Welcome back for another episode of the RADelaide Summit podcast. In this week's episode, we cover our fellow local podcast, the Wellness Lead podcast. Host Ella Trotta joins us. How smelly do triathletes' feet really, what the fuck, but to become during a race? Frankie moves up to B grade. No, I don't. After multiple podiums at the crits. What a bunch of shit.
That's a lie.
Yeah. Some of us try to drink their own body weight in gin. Interesting. And more. Come along for the ride.
If you're new to the podcast and haven't listened before, each week we scour the Strava leaderboards, watching you do efforts up north and summit and discuss them here on the podcast. Whether you like it or not, there's a chance we might shame you. We promise not to name you personally, and the odds are high we will probably shame ourselves because we're not as fast as you. Look, at the end of the day, our goal is to encourage and celebrate everyone going up Adelaide's best hill climb, Norton Summit, and reaching their own goals. So with that, let's introduce ourselves. We are your summiteers, Wang.
G'day.
Kashi.
Ciao.
Frankie.
Hello.
Ella.
Hey there.
And I am Alex. Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners, to another RADelaide Summit podcast.
As always, we need to know what is happening, what has been happening on and around the summit this week. Yeah, Cash.
What has
What's been happening?
Yes, it's all this is my wife. What did we just dad duties? What did we do? We went to a birthday party today, hence why we're a bit late.
Is this weird? As in you and Wang went to a birthday?
No,
okay.
no, we didn't. Although
I'm looking at you and I just don't understand what's going on.
This singlet. What's going on?
Hot, that's why.
Listeners at home, the Wang is away from his standard Eshe attire.
I haven't been Eshe attire for a while. I normally wear Keystone.
Yeah, you do actually.
Or Cervelo.
Yeah. Cervelo. Yeah.
Best bike brand going around.
So he's in a singlet now. He's really summeritizing, isn't he?
It's fucking hot, that's why.
Yeah, it is pretty hot.
Very hot.
So just birthday party, climbing. The young one's been climbing with me. She's been super stoked.
Very good.
Quite good, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really natural for young kids to do that, so
Yeah,
it's
because
cool.
they're made of rubber. They're just like... And
I know, she's like, bow, 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 bow.
Yeah.
And then her quote yesterday was like, oh, Dad, I've climbed like twice as much as you today. Oh, is that right? Okay, cool. Yeah, and all ergs. So got about 10 hours in.
10 hours of erg.
Oh, and Boulder.
Anything special? Did you do anything special on Wednesday?
Wednesday.
I forgot about that.
I went climbing with Kisma.
Yeah.
Kisma?
Kisma balls.
Kisma
Yeah,
balls.
Kisma balls.
That's Kupma's cousin.
Yeah, Cupman's cousin. Yeah.
Cut my arm.
Jesus, Frankie.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a bit slow for you.
Fuck.
But all in all, good week. What was Wednesday?
Valentine's Day, mate.
Oh, see?
I actually don't believe in
Maybe.
Valentine. Nah, hell no. You got 300 other 64 days to say.
It's because she's on the other side
G'day.
of Tasman.
Yeah, that's anyway. But yeah, it's good. But nothing Wednesday. No.
No.
Amazing. Me?
Oh, right,
It is
Alex.
you, actually.
It is me,
Sorry,
yeah.
I didn't turn the
No,
paycheck
that's okay,
quickly.
that's okay.
Sorry.
I had an odd week, actually. It was... It was super average.
Do you have
for
an immigrant?
An immigrant? that made up for part of my
student was back.
odd week.
Sorry.
Not like a specific sickness, but just a massive brain fog for the first half of the week. Still managed 10 hours on the bike. Most of that was
Most of it was
6.5 hours yesterday. That's another 200.
That was your second ride on Strava for the year.
Yeah. I did Echelon Wednesday. I did the Greek school ride with Miss Piggy on Thursday.
The Greek school ride.
We're calling it the Greek school ride. Yeah.
I like that.
We did 1 minute on, 1 minute off up Norton.
Yeah.
So I did my power, she did hers. But for the first 8 minutes, I was level PB. And then blew up catastrophically. So maybe there's something in that, but...
So we need to get another 5 minutes out of
Then
here.
get another 5 minutes. Well, yeah, at least another... Yeah, 5.
5.
Then... what happened after that? Nothing Friday night. Saturday started with Chop. Then we met up with the team. Rode Luke, Queen Laquifa most of the way home. Crossed the Crafers. Carried on for the 200.
As you do.
Yep. Had the uni student down from Canberra. We got a couple rides in, which was really cool.
Oh, good.
Oh, my God, it's just click who that is.
Oh,
my God. You know how many times we've said uni student?
I actually genuinely thought he was getting fucking international students to help him
Yeah,
pay
you
rent.
always say that every time.
Yeah. I can
can't
rent the
believe
shed
it.
out for quite a lot of money. We had a couple big nights just to make
Thursday
to make
night.
up
Tell us the
for-
story for Thursday night.
Yeah. What happened?
Mate.
What happened?
Oh yes, the story. Righto. So my uni student,
Yes.
Because we can't say his name
No,
we can't say his name for political purposes.
for legal reasons.
So we'd been out in town Thursday night, decided it was time to get food. So we went to
Grand
McDonald's.
This is after you've already had dinner. Tell the full story.
Yeah. So we went to La Trat's first. We had, between four of us, 3 large pizzas and mains.
Gnocchi?
I'm going to just say that I don't think La Trotte's pizzas are very good.
It's brilliant.
Nah, sorry.
You're probably in
I
the minority
disagree.
there, I reckon.
Yeah.
I think I am.
I think so.
yeah.
I don't think
but
you've got any
Aren't they
taste
like
buds.
the world. Wasn't he the world champion pizza maker?
Oh,
I
At
reckon,
one stage?
nah, there's like some money
Ella, what's your
laundering
favourite
shit
pizza?
happening there.
Oh, look, coming from an Italian background, anything that doesn't have pineapple on it.
Oh, that is
Cool. Yeah. So that
Typical.
translates to La Trat's.
Yeah, pretty much.
or Ross Trevor.
Anyway, so we ate a shit ton. Like, I was a beached whale leaving there. We walked across to Peel Street and Lee
That's
Street.
more than walk across. That's like
Yep.
height.
Quite the journey.
And we had to basically go from every cocktail bar as they closed to
Oh,
the very
really?
last one. And then at 1:30 in the morning, we went to McDonald's. Uni student standing there. Got one of my mates to my left, one of my mates to my right. And this girl who's like 18 years old and one day walks in and goes, "Oh, Dad's out on Thursday night, are they?" And I was
That's
like,
actually so
so
funny.
none of us said anything. She walks off, comes back. She's like, "Thursday night for the dads." And I was like, righto. I
Mate,
was like,
you joked and it wasn't funny the first time. Yeah.
Anyway, she gets up in front of a uni student's face.
Oh, what?
And it's just like, and we're like, he's deaf.
Oh my God, stop.
But he played it so
He
well.
was so paro.
He played it off so well that she was sign languaging to him, trying to
kidding
get a
me?
response. And then she goes, "Okay," to me and my mate, "What's this then?" And does. And I have no idea, but I was like, "That's exactly." I said that. She was like, "Oh, he is deaf."
Oh my God.
And then she's walked off, and beep.
Yeah.
He starts talking to me, and she's over his shoulder going, "Hang on a minute." I caught him out. Anyway, absolutely hilarious. Had to be there.
Well done, uni student.
Yes, well done, uni
That's
student.
hilarious.
What else?
That's a big week.
And we had a little making sure.
Yeah, then we had a bit of a teamies/mates gathering last night, which went to the wee hours of this morning.
Yeah. Very
Lots
good.
more
Make sure he
gin.
actually gets on the plane.
Yeah.
Up into the airport.
Anyway, that was me. Lack of
Genius.
sleep, lots of
Frankie.
gin.
Yes, well,
writing.
apologies for my my lack of, what do you call it?
Enthusiasm.
No, not enthusiasm. I wasn't here last week.
Vibe.
What's the word when you're not somewhere?
Absent?
Yeah, that one. So that's sorry for my absence. It's because
That's fine. It was.
I had a bridal shower. Shut up. I had a bridal shower that I was preparing for my best friend Deba.
Deba.
And
Deba.
I have a little
got
like
dibs on it.
ethical dilemma for you.
You didn't
I'd like to
answer our
share.
question.
What was the
Is
question?
she single?
She's getting married. You fuck.
So there's still a chance.
No, they're already married under like Islamic law.
Oh,
so
okay.
Australia. That ain't fucking sit over here.
just anyway, shut the fuck up.
They have pineapple on their pizza.
Huh? No.
Oh.
So anyway, ethical dilemma. All right. Stop it,
Did you say
Kathy.
ethnical dilemma?
Oh my God. Ethical dilemma. Anyway.
I actually thought you said ethnical dilemma. I was like, oh, what's this race? What are we talking about?
I'm going to share with you what happened
Okay.
last week, and I'd like to hear your thoughts and prayers. So, the bridal shower wasn't actually supposed to be at my house. It was supposed to be somewhere else, and it ended up getting cancelled last minute. It was big shenanigans. It was,
I was
just
wondering why that. I'm like,
Yeah,
is it
'cause it
some
was-
sort of ethnical tradition?
No. It was just a bit of a like logistical
was that?
nightmare. Anyway, I could tell that my friend, the bride, was like really disappointed. So I was just like, okay, do you know what? Let's just hold it at our house. We'll do like wood oven pizzas and stuff. What?
What?
Anyways, I'm
Yeah.
continuing.
Yeah, with pizzas. Yep.
And like desserts and some cheeses and stuff or whatever. And there were 6 bridesmaids, and we all agreed that okay, we'll six. I know. There's 400 people going to this wedding.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Where is the wedding?
Convention Centre.
Yeah.
Because it's the only.
Sorry, I was like, yep. We said it at the same time, but
Yeah.
I totally forgot it's not called the Entertainment Centre. but
Yeah.
yes, Convention Centre.
And so the 6 bridesmaids, and we all agreed, okay, we'll pitch in like $100 each into the little
it?
pool, and then we'll use that to like use for
How'd you get it
catering.
back out of the pool?
And no, shut up. Use it to
lucky
like
man.
you
fund.
watched Deba in a pool.
No, fund the party. Anyway, so my mum obviously is an ethnic woman and is very, I think she can go overboard sometimes. But anyway,
Let's find an ethnic that doesn't.
so we end up like dishing out some jobs for everyone to do, and we only had a $600 budget, which in a fucking cost of living crisis is actually not a lot of money to cater for a whole bunch of people, etc., etc.
Wouldn't even pay for the strippers.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway,
I charge more than that.
You've got no
people
clothes on now.
Like, I think what was happening is I think these girls were expecting like this Instagram level party on the cheap, and so they were like putting stuff in the chat that was like, oh, we want to get this like lavish sign and like really like big cakes and etc., etc. And I was like, guys, we only have $600 and we also need to feed people. Anyway, so I go to Mum and I was like, Mum, this is the situation, this is what we need to do. And she was like, that's okay, don't worry. Like, I'm going to just highlight in a spreadsheet, like, everything that we need for the catering and, you know, per weight cost. And she was like, okay, well, it looks like catering is going to end up being like $460. And I'm actually going to cover more than half. Like, she was going to use stuff from the pantry, stuff from the garden. She was going out and buying her own cutlery. And it ended up being like about $1,500 of her own money that she's put
1,500.
yeah, into
That's fine.
That's a lot
but
of
this
thousands.
This is shut up. This is for like, you know, decorations and everything. Anyway, so she outlined it in the spreadsheet. Yeah, what she was providing for free and what she was going to like charge back to the girls. And she was like, well, if I'm going to be providing so much for free, like, I think it's okay to just be like, guys, you need to maybe tone back on everything else because we need to feed people. Anyway, Mum sends a spreadsheet to these girls and she's like, yep, it's going to be $460. So you guys only have 140 left for, yeah, I know.
Big
Would you believe I'm an
calculation.
engineer? I don't. You only have 140 left for everything else that you want to do. Like, they wanted to do painting and all this other random shit. Anyway, Mum sent it to the chat, and then all of a sudden these girls came back to my mum and they were like, oh, is there any way that you can make it cheaper so we don't have to spend so much money on catering? And my mum was like, bitch, I am providing like over $1,000 worth of free shit and you're already asking me to like make it cheaper. Anyway, what are your thoughts on that situation? Do you think Mum should have just been like, do you know what? Fine. I'll actually just use $460 and I'll show you what that will provide. Or should she have stood her ground and be like, do you know what? Fuck you guys.
Thanks for coming to Alex Spano and Cashy's therapy session.
Once again.
So, look.
So how much did your mum kick in?
About
Over
$1,000.
$1,500.
So 1,500.
Value, yeah.
Yeah.
1.5.
Why was it your mum's
1.5
responsibility to kick in the money?
It wasn't. She wanted to make my friend feel special because she's obviously like a daughter to us, and
Right. Okay.
$460 for
Oh, 'cause
catering
whinging
wouldn't
then.
have been enough anyway.
Mate, fucking
$600 wouldn't have been
You would have
enough.
got a few zinger boxes.
Yeah,
That's about it.
Yeah, and so I think Mum wanted to make her feel special, and also it was her house, and so she knew that if people were coming,
she
she didn't want to have her name associated with like a shit party because it's just ethnic.
So,
So already doing him a favour by having it at your house,
Correct.
and then kicking in 1,500.
Yeah.
and then these girls.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're listeners.
Where was it
No, they're
supposed to
not.
be?
It was supposed to be somewhere in McLaren Vale,
So
but then
that
it got
already is
cancelled.
going to be costing more than $600.
Correct.
So
Yeah,
The
I know.
venue
tell
would
them
be
to
like
pull
a couple
their
of
heads
grand.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. No,
Yeah. It could have been at least 3.25 grand.
yeah.
Well, you know, while we were planning, they were like, guys, maybe we should cancel this instead and maybe we should go on a houseboat. I was like, are you retarded?
like
Get a
10 grand.
houseboat for $600.
I know. And I was like, are you guys
Here's a
retarded?
life jacket, go swimming.
I think the dumbest ones of the group should be demoted from the wedding party.
Well, actually, no, they're like their associated family. But anyway, no, they actually have been
Your
demoted.
family
Yeah.
or
Good.
Deeba's family?
Yeah. They don't deserve that role.
Oh, the husband's family. Yeah.
So, but you got it sorted. It's done?
It is
Happened?
done, and she was
Were they
very happy.
But it looked
but
like
there-
it did look good on
did.
Instagram. It did
It
look
did.
like one of those.
I did like
parties.
the milk crate wall in the background.
Well, do you know what that was? That's because we had sauce
Tomato
weekend.
sauce, yeah.
So you would know. Do you make tomato sauce?
Look, it's not my part of the family, but the extended family do.
Yeah. So we ordered. Guess how many kilos of tomatoes we ordered? We're gonna go around the table. Have a guess.
Go ahead.
25 kilos.
That's
340.
one box.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe 600. Surely not over a ton.
Well, hang on. You would have ordered a pallet.
How many
mark.
kilos?
Yeah. Just.
Well, you work
Please
in-
hold.
Only tomatoes.
Yeah, this one. So
See
it
the
would be
wheels spinning.
4, either 6.
Maybe I'm changing mine to
To a
250 now
line.
then.
Okay. I was
1,
going
2,
to
3,
say.
that's 100, 150,
Jesus.
150, 300, about 750.
Okay. We ordered 1.5 tons of tomatoes.
So 2
I said
crates.
double that.
And for the listeners, not one of us has a jar of sauce.
No, because there are still... I need to go back home to take it out. But no, yeah, so yesterday we had sauce making and we were up at 6 and we were processing until, I think, 1:30. And that was, 1.2 ton, 3 tons,
Is it
5
worth
tons.
5 tons,
Sorry.
yeah.
Yes. Are you kidding me?
No. Like, like I've made
From a
sauce
Dollar
before.
Valley?
No. I'm not talking about that. But it's all everything else, right? How much stress? How many people are involved?
Yeah, we
Whole
had about
family.
18 people.
Yeah, I was going to say, it would have been
Was
20
it fun?
people.
Yes, it was.
Okay, well that's the main thing.
And,
There you go. That's
like
great.
when you're
Questions
older...
It's an
answered.
annual event.
It is an
Like,
annual
it's-
event.
And did you enjoy it?
Only once a year, or do you do it multiple times
Just
to keep
once
the
a
stock?
year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Once a year.
My house had a shed specifically for sauce day.
Are you kidding me?
When I bought it, it was set up for sauce day.
That's hilarious. Well, that's
Where
how
do
you know
you
they
get
work.
where do you get 1.5 tonne of tomatoes from?
So there is
They're
a...
ethnic. They stole it.
Gun. Yeah.
Fell off
My
the back of
brother
the
was
truck.
like, I'm growing it in the roof. No,
Yes.
there
Yes,
is a
trust.
farm in Waikerie that specifically only grows tomatoes for my dad every year.
Oh, he has been
probably
so
the-
sucked in.
I know.
More for this,
probably
only
the-
for you.
Yeah.
Probably the Rashudos. It's probably Mark Rashudo.
Sips.
Maybe.
Sips.
So,
But they charge 99 cents a kilo, and you get
Because you
about...
can use them even when they're like not ready, like they're smashed up. They can go into the.
Yeah, correct.
done.
And like the process has been... It's a very well-oiled machine.
oh, yeah.
I would have trust issues, wouldn't
Yeah,
I?
me too.
How
yeah.
many bottles?
I reckon there'd be some people
900
just roaming around.
Yeah.
907 bottles.
Do they buy new or do they buy used ones?
So my dad have had these bottles for
Yeah.
about 50 years. They're about 50 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are right.
There's some
He
personal
made a joke
going
about
on.
Roma tomatoes, and then it went off from there.
What was the joke?
Missed it.
Oh, it's good. We have to listen to the pod.
Well,
It was pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
though.
Oh my
Yeah, it was
god.
good.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've been like in circulation for about 50 years because
Yeah.
they're the old long necks,
The old brown
from
ones, yeah.
Coopers.
Yeah.
They're the ones. Yeah, because they just don't make them anymore because they've all got twist tops.
Yeah, you need the
and you
top
need, correct.
all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been
Oh.
there, done that.
Yeah.
Next.
Next. All right. Well, speaking of ethnicness, my dad has got a battery. So they've installed a Tesla battery on the side of the house. And so now he's like
I bet you
excitedly...
Elon did that just for him too.
No, it's my brother. Poor electricians.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, he's so proud because he's like walks around with his phone with his fancy like app and he's like, look, I'm off the grid at the moment using the battery. Yeah, anyway, it's really cute. What else?
you do any
Is
riding?
there any bike riding?
Yeah. You've been on the podium a couple
No,
times.
I've just been running. Just because I've been so busy, I
You
literally
raced
have not
Tuesday
time.
night. What are
You're
you
on the
talking
podium.
about?
Oh, wait, yeah, I did go on Tuesday. What did I do? Oh, yeah, I raced at the
dropped?
crit. I got dropped.
but
yeah.
still somehow got second. Or
No, I
third.
didn't. That was a lie. That, when
I
they
heard
said
them call
third-
you up.
Yeah, I know. I was like, this is... No. I don't know what. I think one of the girls mustn't have had a transponder.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Oh, actually, I have a date on Wednesday.
Oh, here we go.
I do, and guess where we're going?
This better not be
Guess
a
where we're going?
fucking...
Fugazi.
Okay, hang on.
Fugazi.
If it's
Yes.
Fugazi...
You
No,
told
it's
me
not,
they
is
said
it?
the crits.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Is it a real date or are you just leading him on because it's what your psychologist has said to
No,
me?
it's a real date. He's
Okay,
actually
good.
kind of
Okay,
cute.
good,
That's
good.
all I'm going to
Actually
say.
kind of
Good.
cute.
He's actually kind of cute. He's Kiwi.
Actually.
So
He
running,
may- statue
cycling, date.
Does he cycle?
No, thank God. That's a red flag.
You just red flagged yourself.
Yeah, I know.
That's a good idea. Keep him out of cycling. Okay.
I agree. And also, sorry, I'm digressing. There was a real, completely forgot about this. It was a really funny story because Fugazi just reminded me of this. I was at work at Santos, and do you know when I went out and I had my red dress thing, and I was getting complimented by people
No,
on
we
the
don't
street,
recall what happened.
right?
What
Anyway,
happened? Did you wear a red dress?
I did. Shut up. Yes.
Just a
Anyway.
random photographer.
Anyway,
That fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Anyway, go, yeah.
Anyway, yes,
Yeah.
as I came down into the foyer of Santos, which is where I work, there was this guy, and I was like, oh my God, he was the one that
You
came
were
up
at
to
the
me.
Keystone.
Yeah, but I get contracted out. Besides the point. Anyway, I went to the foyer, went out and
Foyer.
saw this guy that actually came up to me during the night and complimented me.
Oh, the
I went up to him,
yeah.
and I was like, oh, hey. And he was like, hello?
Do I know you? Because you're not in
Were
your
you in
red
high
dress.
vis?
No, I was just in my normal clothes, my potato sack, and he couldn't recognize me. And I was like,
Of
you
course.
don't
You
remember me?
catfished him.
Yeah, and he was like, oh, you don't remember? And he was like, no, sorry. I was like, oh, you complimented me on the weekend. He's like, oh, in the red dress. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good wow.
Is that, ooh.
No,
Is it the wow that the difference between the red dress and what you were wearing at that time?
Yeah.
I think he must, in in his head, he must be like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought that was funny. So,
So tell us a little bit more about your date.
What, the one on
The
that I've
one
got coming on?
Yeah.
It was
so
just
met
like
on where?
Hinge.
Yep.
And I met him like 3 weeks ago, but I've been really hard to like tie down because I've just been really busy. Oh,
That's a
kinky.
good thing.
Oh. And I don't know, like, because I wasn't really that keen to begin with. But here's the thing, guys.
But
He
he's
was
just been
really
forceful.
assertive. He was like,
Assertive.
look,
Oh.
I really want to meet you.
His name
How
is definitely
about
Kiss
I
Mark,
take you
isn't
out
it?
to dinner? I'm going to book Fugazi, like, you know, are you free in 2 weeks' time? And I was like, do you know what? I like that. So, yes, I
he a
am free.
listener?
It's better not
No.
be one of those fucking therapy fucking bullshit things.
What does
What's
that
he
mean?
do?
Like, this is an actual proper date.
Yeah, it's a proper
Okay,
date.
good. Thank
Okay, so he's booked for 5?
What, all of you are coming?
Yeah, we're
are you?
coming.
We've got to screen him.
Jesus.
A wingman here. Like, why not?
He's on the pod next week.
No, why don't he sit
Actually,
in the
yes.
panel first before he gets to you? Like, he's got to go through like a...
Would you know, I actually put to the guys, I was like, how about I do a hinge?
He wasn't one of those that Tim and Cam selected
going
when we had your phone.
Yeah, we had your phone.
No,
We were going
Nah.
absolutely not.
Well, that was
Would've
about
been.
3 weeks ago.
No, I've said for an episode idea, we should get like a hinge date,
No.
and I'll just say,
No.
"Oh, meet me here," and then
It's
just chuck it
No.
on.
in the back of the warehouse. They've got
Terrible
a
idea.
panel.
terrible.
This dingy little lane in the back of No.
So yeah, no, he was a software engineer, and now has
Having
gone
a
on a
break.
gap year and is making wine. And is gap
How do
year.
engineers go dating engineers?
Well, I'm one, so
That's what I mean.
not great.
And he's a what? A
When two
gamer.
spreadsheets
No.
collide.
I thought you just said he's an engineer and a gamer.
no, and he's on a gap year making wine.
Career break.
Making wine. Nice.
Yeah. So anyway,
No
I'll fill you in on
career
that,
break.
how that goes next week. No
Please.
expectations.
Can you do Instagram Live?
Huh?
Instagram Live it?
What
Why
part?
don't you book a table next to them?
We shall. We're going to Fugazi, guys.
Are we?
Was it Tuesday night?
Wednesday
what about
night.
A Wednesday
Wednesday.
night. What about a dad's night on Wednesday night
Yeah,
going
exactly.
out?
We'll go out Dad's night.
That'd be great.
That'll be so
What
funny.
would you do if we were on the table next to you?
Do you know what? If you did that, I think that would actually be quite funny. So I dare you. Do you know what? I dare you, and I dare you
mate,
to
you-
live stream it to the podcast page.
No.
Don't test me for
No.
What
I will
time?
test you. 5:30.
That's very early.
dinner.
It's early for
He's
dinner.
planning on an early night too.
Yeah.
Huh? That's because he has to get up early next morning, and also I'd.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's what they call dessert.
Yeah.
I'm dessert.
Well played. Speaking of, Wang.
Yes.
Do you put out on a first date?
No, this
Good deal.
vagina is shut for business.
That's a fucking lie.
No, it isn't a lie.
People.
Yeah. Anyway.
Speaking of, Wang.
What? Your vagina?
Wang.
Oh, Wang.
I don't know
Okay,
if
sorry.
I don't know if I can follow that week.
How's your week been?
Good. I actually worked my second full week for the year.
yes.
Yeah.
Weeks I've worked this year.
Amazing.
Fuck, I need a holiday after that. So, solid week on the bike. So, just under 850k this week. 24 and a half hours. So,
Sorry, have you listened to the podcast? Oh, I'm joking. No, you
Oh, I know what
Yeah.
they're talking about.
Tuesday.
Did you donate your time?
Huh? Yeah.
Did you give back to the
Give
community?
back
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
It was
I like
fucking freezing there again, wasn't it?
It got cold real
Got
quick. Didn't it?
cold. Yeah. So, thankfully, Alex bought me a jacket to the crits on Tuesday night.
It's a good egg.
Wednesday.
Oh, just on that,
Valentine's
sorry to
Day.
interrupt. We forgot to congratulate, didn't we? Congratulate Queen Laquifa for his win
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Oh, we
Yeah,
did it.
yeah.
Good work, boss man.
We did.
Well
Good
done.
work.
Done well. Valentine's Day, did 3 sessions with my love. So, that was Swift. Not my actual partner.
Oh, started to get my heart just sank then.
I was like, what? 3 sessions?
Yeah,
That's a good
triple
effort.
So,
He was
back
a
to that.
triathlete then.
I know. And you still
Morning,
work.
lunch and night. So,
Delicious.
yeah, then just a standard week for the rest. Thursday, Friday. Saturday, went and met Chop when they finished. Then met the rest of our team at Vic Park. Did a little Hills Loop. Coffee at Ashton with 5 Alexes. So
Yeah, everyone ordered coffee
everyone
and said,
ordered
"Oh,
and
my
said
name's
their
Alex."
name was Alex. So,
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
The coffee shop lady was just
But-
confused as
So
fuck.
funny.
What,
It's the
'cause
third
they-
Alex today.
Thought it was fun. Who?
Nah, because your stupid brother
Uni
goes,
student.
no, I don't like to say my name.
Yeah.
So I'll just use Alex's.
Cutman.
And then Michelle said Alex as well.
Definitely Cutman.
Yeah. Come back down freeway, stopped off at Taylor Blend to keep the uni student happy. And then today did a nice little loop with with Tommy Timmins.
Did I see you got a bit of gravel in there?
Yeah. Tom loves his gravel. So it was actually not a bad group. Met at Vic Park at 8.
That's a good vibe, that one.
Myself, Tom Timmins, Tori, Benno, Rylan.
Yeah.
Couple of guys that Ivan works with at GPA.
You haven't worked with before?
No. Yeah, so just went up Norton's and then back to Basket Range.
Lovely.
Nan, Mount Barker. And sort of.
And you got some special news for us?
Talk the what?
You got some special news for us?
Yeah, what special news?
Are you pregnant?
Yeah, from the 3 sessions on Valentine's Day. You talking new bike day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cervelo?
Yes.
Oh, no.
S5 or soloist?
Nah, soloist. Yeah. So I was hoping to be here this week. Moff, if you're listening, get your ass in the gear
together.
and get my bike to Lockie so he can build it for me this week, please, before he goes away. So
What specs? What do you got?
soloist.
Talk
Well, I was
Two
gonna make
wheels
the-
and a seat.
I was going to make the
Dirty
switch
tours.
to SRAM, but can't get any SRAM ones at the moment.
What?
So Ultegra, Di2 obviously. Upgrading the wheels to go some nice deep ones, 5263s.
Are you reserving them?
Yes, reserving them. And just changing the bars to the R5 ones so they're integrated in carbon.
38?
Yes, the real Shimoy did tell me to go 38s,
See,
but I
nice.
went 40s instead. Yeah, I'm pretty.
And do you know
I've
what?
got
I
pretty
know
big
what you're
chest.
talking about.
What are we talking about?
You're talking about the length of the...
The bars.
Yeah.
The width of the handle.
Yeah.
No, the bar.
No, the bar, yeah.
Yeah. So
Very good.
Congratulations.
so hopefully I'll have it this week.
How much was that?
Nanya.
No, I'm not going to disclose that on the
Yeah.
podcast.
None
It
your
was
balls.
$1.5
Yeah.
$1,000.
Yeah.
What
So, yeah,
about
good week?
What about our lovely guest Ella?
Ella,
What's been happening
Ella,
last
Ella,
week?
Thanks.
Umbrella, Ella.
Welcome.
Good week.
That was actually good.
I get that all the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Oh, you're like, thanks, Dad. Appreciate it.
Yeah, good week. Lots of training as always, like a good triathlete as you do. Did a couple of PBs on the runs this week.
Oh, what were the PBs?
I run a boot camp called Beyond Fitness Adelaide, and we decided to go and do a park run yesterday. It was the third one we've done this year. And
park run?
We did Lockyer Park. So
Oh, yeah.
camp
Like
with
Timmy.
them.
They
Yeah.
had a few out yesterday, apparently. Was
it
it
was
Saturday? Or
Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, they had a few
yesterday
out
morning.
there.
Yep. It was a good little run. That's the third time I've done it. So I did a 7 minutes since my first race I did 4 weeks ago and 3 minutes since my last run. So
Very
for
good.
a person who hates running, coming into I think I've done 6 weeks of running and
What's your 5K PB?
like yesterday.
So what was what was it?
I think I did it in 36 and just short of 37.
Congrats, that's amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I
I
cannot
was happy
run.
with sub 40 like 2 weeks ago, let alone this.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty confused, right? Because my watch said one time, then my Strava said another time, then the official park run time was somewhere in between the two.
Yeah, I've
And
noticed
so-
Strava's a bit...
No, but I think the Strava one was right.
Really?
Because it was a staggered start, so there's no way the park run could have been right.
Have you guys done parkrun before? It's
I've
like
only just started doing it.
it's like sardines at the beginning. You're not
I
going
saw
in.
it down at
but
Outer
it's
Harbour
it's
yesterday. It was
staggered
bonkers.
start,
Yeah,
so
it's
you
massive.
do...
Millions of them.
Yeah, literally.
Just
It's all
run on
around
the
the world,
trails.
and you'll run 5K at 8 a.m. or it's 8 a.m. in Adelaide. But they had if you could run sub 20, you started. Then the sub 20 to 30s were in the pile next, and then
So
your
it goes
30
off in
pluses.
waves.
But then it was good because you're not getting trampled at the first K.
Yeah,
I think
Makes
that's
sense.
partially why I did a PB.
yeah,
Not
good
getting
work.
trampled.
Free space.
And then yesterday, Arvo getting back into the double session. So that was the morning. And then I dusted off the bike and went out for a quick spin around the city, or North Adelaide along the river. So it was a quite nice breeze along there. And then we jumped in the ice bath at the gym.
Nice.
Yeah.
What a day.
Yeah.
You're just like, yes.
Aside from running, because I would have kicked myself in the head by that point. But we've done an angle.
Running's good. I do it once a month usually.
Yeah. That's a good amount.
You
Chambers.
run
If
down
I
the
wasn't
hallway to the
training-
toilet after you
Exactly.
If I wasn't training for a half Ironman, I would happily run that much too.
Which half Ironman you doing?
I'm going for Perth because it's 11 months away.
Busso.
Busso?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's the
Lovely.
flattest race in the country
It
for
is.
the ride.
It is.
That's the big appeal for it too.
Yeah. Easiest bike leg.
Well, I guess that's a good segue. So, why? How did you get into triathlons and why?
So
And why Ironmans and shit like that?
So I haven't raced Ironman before. I've only done the sprint races around SA, so like your West Lakes and all those kind of beach races before. I started in triathlon because I had an auntie who did want a part of a team when I was a kid. I was like, oh, sick, that's cool. And I've always enjoyed cycling and watched track racing and stuff. My grandfather used to take me to the track because he used to work with Jack Bobridge's uncle, and so we got tickets to go in.
Your grandfather probably... Did you... probably raced at the same time, yeah?
Anyway, yeah, so I grew up watching cycling and always wanted to be one of them, or on the road or in some capacity. And then, I enjoy swimming, hate running, and what a better sport to jump into.
Which one's your best one, do you reckon, out of the three?
It's a hard one. I am better. I love swimming because I do that the most. Probably the swim, although I do enjoy the bike. Like, I'm strong on the bike.
You guys haven't done a triathlon before, right?
No.
I remember the first time I did triathlon.
Yeah.
And I was training in the pool, and obviously, like, I was like,
hard to ride
I'm
your
pretty
bike
good
in
at
the pool,
this.
isn't
I
it?
would do like a 2 minute per 100
That's
pace.
about right.
And then I was like, sweet. Anyway, no one tells you that you can't see when you go into a lake, right? And also everyone's swimming together.
That's the best part, though.
It's like you are, like, people pull your legs. You're in like a whole bunch of sardines. And I remember like looking back at my Strava that will show you like the route that you did in the pool. And I looked like I was on a drunk night out because I actually went like backwards at some point. And I was just like, what the fuck
Welcome
is
to
this?
triathlon.
Yeah, I know. It's just like no one, you can't train for that unless you were to, I don't know.
Really train for it.
Well, yeah, get a bunch of your friends and put you all together.
Yeah.
Get in the bathtub and try and race.
Literally. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, pretty much. Unless you train in a group in a wider lane pool. Like, I swim at Burnside with my triathlon group of friends.
Who's your, like a team or just friends?
We're almost official as a team. We're like just starting it. We're called the Part-Time Athlete Club.
That's amazing.
None of us were full-time athletes or real ones.
That's
But
amazing.
I think swimming next to people is hard enough.
Yeah.
Let alone. But the other thing is, if you train in a pool, which I've always done, when you get out to a race, you realise you can't turn every 25 metres.
Correct.
You just got to keep
So-
going.
And
you
the
just gotta keep
fatigue.
going.
I'm going to fucking
The
drown.
fatigue kills you as well.
Well, the point is, you just like when you swim, you got to really use your arms more. So when you get on the bike, your legs are good.
Yeah. And also salt.
Yeah.
Because you would have done the West Lakes one before.
Many times.
That's the only one that I've done.
Yeah.
And, get that in your mouth.
The water.
There's like the jellyfish
Wednesday,
that go around
Frankie.
there too.
Yeah, there is, yeah. Well, how do you train for your triathlons?
So at the moment, leading into a big race, this is probably my normal training season. It's just a very long season this year because obviously the race isn't until December. But Monday, Wednesdays, I do a gym, treadmill, and like weights and whatever. Tuesday, I swim with the group. Thursdays, we run at Vic Park. With the groups, we always make sure we go for a coffee after because that's the most important part. Fridays, I swim alone. And then the weekends, it's just honestly whatever I get time to do. But there's always a recovery session in there somewhere. So if I get time to run or ride or whatever, I'll happily do it.
So I've noticed...
cool.
Sorry, you go, Alex?
Ice baths, recovery.
Yeah, it's so
Should
good.
go with this bloke. I noticed that you didn't mention that you train transitions.
Yeah, I think that's just something that you can't train it. I think it's all got to do with your prepper setting up your bike at the start and all your stuff underneath is really the best way to do it. Other than that, you can't really train to put your shoes on. You do that every day anyway.
Well, I don't know. I disagree. Like,
What's the order? So it's swim, run,
swim,
bike?
Swim, bike, run.
Swim, bike, run.
run.
Okay.
They do it in order of like what you're most likely to die in. And,
Oh, yeah, so you
like,
can get through the swim, not drown, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
back on the road where someone can save you.
correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Got you.
I don't know, like transitions I think are really, really important. So you guys know what the transition part is.
That's where
right?
he comes
From
out.
male to female or female to male? Which way?
Oh my god, I'm not even going to say anything. Like
Nothing
you know,
wrong with that.
what? No,
Nothing wrong with
absolutely
transition.
not. No, you know when you come out from the swim, you need to like if you've got a wetsuit, take it off, put your
Yeah.
socks
I
on.
think
Do you wear
because
socks?
it depends on how long the bike is and how long the run is. If it's not too bad, like a sprint race, so if it's like a 20k bike, like I can't be bothered.
Okay.
But if it's any longer cycle or run is further than like a 4 to 5, then I might. But it's just like you come out and you run over the sand. By the time you dry your
I'm
feet
just
off,
like,
there's no point. You just put it back into your...
Yeah, true,
Yeah.
true.
And you wear different shoes, don't you?
Well, you can't.
You
Yeah,
can?
you do.
You could run in. You could run in your cycling shoes if you want.
Yeah. You obviously
Need new cleats by the end.
use your cycling shoes and you come out and put your running shoes on because I wouldn't want to run with my cleats on.
No, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I think because I haven't raced with a wetsuit on before, I haven't needed to practice that. Whereas the
Yeah.
other stuff, you just get used to do it after a few races.
Well, there's a lot of like tips and tricks that I've kind of gathered over the years that people do during transitions.
How many triathlons have you done?
10? Yeah, I have.
I
Yeah.
was going to say, I thought you'd only done one and you're giving out all this expert advice.
I've probably done like 3 a year since 2018.
Yeah, I think that's.
I haven't
Similar.
done any this year though, so it's not
Did you any last year? One?
I did one, yeah. Like, you can see who the pros are and who aren't the pros. Because the pros, like beforehand, they're the ones in wetsuits and they keep it quite buoyant.
Yeah.
But they'll be lathering themselves in baby oil and vegetable oil. Going into the wetsuits. So that when they, as they're running out, they'll like
Slips off.
take it off and they'll slip it off like it's a freaking fish. And then you'll see some people will actually have their shoe, like their cycling shoes, clipped into their bike.
Yeah, that's pretty
With
standard.
their rubber bands.
With their rubber bands ready to go.
That's the very elites that do that. Like,
Yeah.
that would
What's
be
the rubber
fun
band
to
What's
do.
the rubber bands
What's
for?
the rubber
Sorry?
band
So
for?
they hold your shoes upwards
right
so
way.
that when you jump on, you pedal a few with your feet on top of your shoes, and then as you get going, then you slide your feet in.
Yeah.
So that you're actually
So they're not
moving.
upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And then they just snap as you obviously ride along. So
Yeah.
Really great for the environment.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like the transition from the bike to
I think
running.
yeah, definitely having your cycling shoes just something easy to put on, like a Velcro, is probably
Correct.
one of the best tips. And the same with your running shoes. If you've got the laces in there that you can just slide your shoes on,
Yeah.
that obviously
Like a
helps as well.
slipper.
Yeah, and then having your, not drinking in between, but having your drinks on your bike so you can drink as you go along, and
Yeah.
that's when you kind of take everything in.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's like there's so much happening, you just go and not think of all that stuff unless you prepared it before.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, sorry. You go.
Sorry, no, I was going to say, so you've got all this training. You do a podcast, so when do
do.
you find time to do that?
I normally record on weekends.
Oh,
So
cool.
like a Sunday morning is normally where I try to get everybody in.
Did you do it this morning?
I did.
Oh.
I did. I had a pro surfer on this morning.
Cool.
Yeah.
surfer.
Yeah.
Kelly Slater.
She's so
No.
organised. She got like 5 episodes in front.
I love this.
Yeah. Well, I found that when we first started the podcast, I started with a friend and we were recording Sunday, then I was editing it to get it out by Wednesday. And you're literally Monday and Tuesday night staying up so late trying to get this thing together to get it out. But so season 2 onwards, I've pre-planned all my guests because now the guests are getting bigger and a lot of them are interstate. I have to literally plan them in 2 and
book
3
it
weeks
in.
ahead.
Pop it in the Google Calendar.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah, literally, yep. And so, that's hence why I go ahead, and it gives me more time to be able to edit before the week comes that it has to go out.
Beautiful.
We might need some
I like
advice on how to get the phone
Where's the
calls
pod?
onto the pod.
I reckon I've got it down to about 36 minutes for editing.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's because there is no editing.
hey, I chop it, I put the music in,
Yeah.
listen to it, it's out.
That's new editing.
I love that.
Yeah.
And is it on all the platforms? Like where? So what's it?
What's the name of the
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the
let's-
Wellness League pod.
Yeah.
So it's on mainly Spotify, but it goes across to Apple, and then I flick it onto YouTube as well. I think it's on like your Google and your Amazon podcast, but I don't
Cool.
really give out those links unless
Yeah.
nobody listens on those ones.
That's awesome.
So
Yeah.
so we picked up. There's the podcast, the triathletes,
There
the
is.
full-time job. There's boot camp.
Yeah,
as
so
well.
yes, as a full-time job, I actually work down the road from here on the corner for a builder. I'm an interior architect by trade.
I was going to say that. I'm pretty sure I saw that you're a interior architect.
But I'm
Yes,
I design the whole house. I'm pretty much an architect without the extra year of uni.
and the masters. Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't want to waste
yeah.
my time. It's construction. So that, and I own a boot camp called Beyond Fitness Adelaide. So train people Monday, Wednesday nights and Saturday mornings, and I have trainers. I think I have 3 of them who work for me, and they take the morning classes.
Yeah.
Where do
So
you
when
do
I'm
those?
training at Mulberry Civic Park.
At Civic Park? I was going
Yeah.
to say, I reckon I've seen you.
Your neck of the woods.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Down the road.
That's a lot of stuff.
She's in St.
It
Agnes
is.
with me.
Make me feel lazy.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
How does one sleep?
hey,
What's sleep?
I know you don't sleep.
No, he does now. Sleeping tablets.
When I'm not
Are you
editing.
taking sleeping tablets?
Yes.
They're really bad for you. Why are you taking sleeping
I
tablets?
don't sleep.
Can't sleep.
Oh.
Smart.
It's sort
Still
of like
knocks?
antidepressants.
Still knocks?
I don't know.
Can't rely on them.
No, I'm not
Still
gonna rely
knocks.
on
how good are they?
Yeah, I know.
All right.
The old pro cyclist
The
still
old-
knocks in mineral water after 5-hour
The
ride.
old Still Knocks parties.
That's enough of that.
Take some and see who the last awake is.
So,
They're real. Still Knocks parties. They're
Oh,
good.
no. That's a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So the podcast itself, though, how
Yes.
did it kick off?
So it started that me and a friend I used to work in a gym with, we stayed friends after we both quit working at the gym, and we decided we were talking too much quality stuff and had, between us both, a good group of friends that we could call on that were pretty knowledgeable about anything in their health, like sport, wellness, or gym owners themselves. And so it started off by that. We just started recording and inviting people on. And
How long ago was this?
This was July last year.
Oh.
Yeah. So then we got through 10 episodes together, and she unfortunately had to step away. And then I took the podcast over myself, and now I just interview athletes and people who are high up in sport, gym owners, and all the fun stuff.
So cool. I was
Yeah.
saying to Ella before, Frankie, before we went on air, have you gone back and listened to your first couple of episodes?
No.
I remember
Never want
ours
to do that.
was so robotic, so bland. Like,
Welcome to the...
Literally, it was like, welcome
you're like,
to the
is that
Wellness
how I
League
fucking
podcast.
sound?
Yeah, no, never want to. I was honestly looking at them today, and I was like, do I just delete them? Like, I don't want anybody to listen to that shit.
Where did you come from? Don't go back there. Yeah.
It's like people say, can I listen? I was like, if you want to listen, go from about episode 15, season 1
Yeah,
onwards.
yeah.
Like,
So
that's when it started getting better.
Yeah, how many episodes are you up to?
This week dropping is episode 27.
Nice.
Yeah. So
And are you getting, like, what you envisaged out of the pod? Like, is it...
I think I never really envisioned like
Neither did we.
I never really put a number on it. I just wanted to get something out, and it kind of blew up from there. And now we've got a bit of a project that's coming next month, talking about triathlon and getting into it. And now we've got sponsors coming on board. So
That's so good.
yeah,
That's so good.
actually, the first sponsor jumps on the podcast this week, and it's Strigen socks. So yeah,
Congratulations.
thanks, and a few more that we're in chats with.
People like just listening to people talk shit.
Yeah, literally.
Well, the best thing about a podcast is if you don't like that one, you can listen
the
to
next
another
Turn it
one.
off.
Yes.
Don't like it, don't
Right.
I
listen.
think, especially because we have athletes on that like I said, the pro surfer. I had an Olympic swimmer episode that comes out this week, and it's interesting to talk about people who are at that high standard and what they're really like and what goes into a sport. Like the Olympic swimmer, I was like, what happens behind you getting on the blocks? Like, what happens before you even, from the minute you wake up that morning to getting there? And it's like you never hear that stuff, and nobody ever talks about it. So yeah,
There's a lot
it's
of
behind
cool
the
shit.
scenes of the fun stuff.
Tricks of the trade.
And
Yeah.
that is interesting. Like, I know that we hang a lot of shit on the Wang, but like he was up there, and he still is.
A long time ago.
No, not that long ago, really.
Talking about
But
camp.
like,
400 years, give or take.
but,
Yeah.
but even now, like even pro cyclists go, holy shit! Like this guy pumps out the Ks. Like he still, what's the word? Holds himself to a very high level.
Myself a lot.
Yeah.
Someone's got to do it.
But that is a lot to. That is a
It's
lot.
a process.
Yeah, it is a process.
Yeah,
You got to
it's
love
not
the
something that
process.
You could just go and ride 400 Ks a week
No.
with no experience, right?
Yeah.
No, well, you might do it once and you won't be walking for the next 3.
Yeah.
It's like someone trying to go and run 10K straight up.
Absolutely, yeah.
So did you? What I was getting to there is with your other athletes outside bikes.
Mm-hmm.
Did they find that they loved the process?
Yeah, I think so. You've got to love a sport to be able to put that much time and effort into it to get up to that pro level. So that seems to be, the theory that everybody's been saying, whether that is your Ironman or, your part-time athletes. Like a few of the people I've interviewed have gone quite far in Ironman and even gone to Kona, but they're still working full-time jobs and talking about how they do it around the side. Like, it's a lot of work, and the support around you is pretty important. So
There was literally an
Yeah.
episode in itself with just that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the whole of last year.
Mindset.
Like, I hate cycling right now.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you think a lot of them or any of them have anything to prove, and then that's where they're getting motivation from?
I think it's to prove to themselves.
Yes.
Themselves, yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
anybody
You're
else they
always your
want to
own
prove
worst
it to.
critic, right?
Especially like an Ironman. Who are you proving to that you can do that? Because it's such a stupid event. Like it's a mental game. Like, yes, you can be fit and physical and whatever, but at the end of the day, that kind of racing for a non-stop of like almost 12 hours, it's a mental thing. And if
I
you
love
can't
shit
mentally
like that.
push through
Maybe I
that,
should do a triathlon.
Yeah, maybe you should. Yeah, you
Yeah.
like stupid shit like
Like
that.
stupid shit.
So if you finish, you're obviously going to do Bussey, the half Ironman.
yes.
If you finish a half, does that mean...
When she
And they're
finishes
full?
the half.
Yeah,
When I
When
finish
she
the
said
half.
if.
No, when?
When?
When, yeah.
Does that mean that you'll get an Ironman tattoo?
Oh, look,
Sorry, what?
Or do you have to finish a full to get that?
I think I would want to finish a full
Okay.
to do that.
Okay.
Alongside the tattoos I already have, it's got to be a real one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do a half IM.
Right, so that's
wouldn't
next
I?
December.
Maybe if it depends. You know what? It all comes down to what bike I buy, and if that thing
Oh.
rises as well. So that's why.
Cervelo P5.
No, you
Yeah.
actually, you know what I rate and are really, really good for the price? Giant Trinities.
Well, there's a new
Yeah.
one coming out.
I have a live
there you go.
now, so yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
So
good. They're
apparently Liv haven't changed their triathlon bike in about 5 years. I heard
they
the other
are
day.
quick AF.
So apparently the new one's coming out in April that I might have heard a rumor about.
Just
What's the rumour?
upgrade the
rumours they're coming out in April.
cockpit to a ride sync cockpit, and
Yeah.
you'll be.
Yeah, so the bike I currently have, I think I don't want to take that all the way to Perth. So I thought, let's invest in this and get something nice.
Perth's going to be a busy town
In
over
December,
December.
yeah.
And then
Apparently it is
Nationals
every
are
year.
in January
Yeah.
for us as well.
Shit.
So where do you do your local shopping? Where do you get your bike stuff from?
All over the place,
All
wherever
over?
is good, but Giant in
Giant
the
Adelaide?
city,
Yeah.
is where I bought this latest bike from. And
Yep.
haven't
Tell
any
us a bit
problems.
more about it. Is it Shimano or SRAM?
Oh, I think it's Shimano.
Yeah, I'd say that's
Yeah,
Shimano.
yeah.
Yep.
What's your choice of running shoe? Not that means anything to me. But
I was an Asics girl, and I've just changed to Sam's Sorcery, I think it's called.
What?
Yeah, it's some new brand.
Yeah.
It's up there. I went to one of those running tests at the local sports shop on Fullerton Road, and they said,
Running company.
the other one, Sportitude. So you run on a treadmill, and they do all your stats and say what you try all these shoes on and see what's
Right. All
improved.
this nice data for you.
Yeah,
They stitch
it's
you up.
actually really
No,
interesting.
it's actually good.
It's
I'd do it.
really cool.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
Okay.
Yeah, so then
It shows you the difference between each running shoe.
yeah, and
Shows
like
you
how
how
your
shit of a runner
performance
I
is
am,
better,
really.
and your
Really?
speed and your impact on the ground.
Yeah, it's good.
really cool.
Like you're saving a few watts here and
I'm
there.
just
No,
like,
absolutely, yeah.
It's a very similar thing.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
The Trainer Road
Do you
your
run on
cadence.
Zwift?
I haven't yet. I've only just got back onto Zwift because I
Yeah.
haven't used it in a while. But yeah, I do when I cycle on Zwift, but I don't run on it.
Okay.
That's cool.
So yeah.
Anywho.
Sorry, it wasn't in the questions, but it is the best question.
Go on.
It is.
You always steal my
Zingerberger,
thunder.
good or bad?
Frankie's
Oh,
just
not bad.
Not bad, she said.
Not bad.
That's good.
Bad. If you, what's your? It's not on here, but
Cheat meal?
Cheat meal.
Oh, it depends. You know, like a good pasta or pizza, depending. Yeah,
from
I
the
think.
track.
No pineapple.
Oh, yeah. Any place that says it's Italian, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So there's no pineapple in the pizza too.
Or
I like pineapple.
yell
I don't mind
at that too,
I
though.
like
No, I reckon
Yeah.
a good carb load, you can't go wrong with that.
Very
Delicious.
good. Very good. I like it.
All right. Thank you.
Sorry, mate.
You're welcome.
I just
You had
didn't
one
know if
last
it's
question,
good or
didn't you,
not.
Frankie, which I have a
Frankie
very good
doesn't like
answer
it, that's
for.
why we don't go
Come
with
on.
it.
What, the
Generic
question
question.
for everyone on the podcast?
You know.
Yeah, for everyone.
I was just thinking, and I just thought I'd like to know everyone's thoughts.
Can you ask me the question?
All right. Would you rather be the star of a bad team or an average player on an elite team?
Kashi and I are the stars of the team.
Is this for everyone?
This is for everyone.
I'd rather be the star on that. Well,
You
On an
are
average
the star.
On your own team, or?
Yeah.
oh, no. Shamoy's the star on our team.
He's his
You know
only.
what? I'm going to go the opposite. I think I'd rather be the crappy player on a good team.
I would agree.
Because I'd rather be the motivator. And
Yeah.
I think when I used to play soccer, I was the average player on a decent team. And I think when you all work together, you can
Yeah.
all be the elite
You just
stars.
made me feel a whole lot better about last year's Sibs.
You're welcome. And see you next week.
Then you're the motivator.
Yeah, the
Go,
motivator.
guys. I'll
Go,
be
go.
there in a minute.
Oh, I've got to punch her.
I'm just checking back here for something.
Speaking of punches, just to point something out, Trainer Chode, tactical flat.
Good old. Yeah,
Wait, is that a question or a...
No.
That's what he put in as his Strava title in his description for Chop.
We had to rest up for today.
Tactical flat.
Did you do the jump on the back, just to see it?
Jeez, fuck.
Oh, trying to choke. I mean, you can't really do it now, but what you could do, if it was a really hectic crit, back, usually it was Shimano Super Crit, when rim brakes were still there, And like if you got stuck behind a crash, you could quickly flick out your
Skewer or
your
something.
skewer. You're like, yeah. Drop the wheel.
But how important do you think it is to put a good title on your Strava workout when you've done a good
So I
ride?
reckon
Oh,
people
I
are
actually
taking
don't
it to
use
the next
Strava.
level these days.
Why?
Like, there's a short story in the description.
Oh, that's from yeah, I know who you're talking
If the
about.
wind
there,
wasn't
but
gusting
a
3
haiku.
kilometres.
it's too hard to think out of a ride title every single. Well, the amount of
Are
times
you
I
into the
fucking ride.
Strava, like drawing pictures while you ride yet?
No.
Nah, he is the man of the people when it comes to Strava, though.
Yeah.
I don't use Strava, so
Nah,
training
ride
peaks.
titles are okay as long as they're just not boring.
I've put 2 rides up in 2 weeks. People think it's not me.
I know.
Yeah, your Strava says you've done 450k this year.
The whole year, yeah.
Yeah,
That's all I've
'cause
done.
He has. That's all he's done.
2 rides.
Alex,
Yes.
what is this show notes? You've got some sort of internal.
Oh, look,
Keystone
I'm
battle.
just going to put it out there because I know that at least one of them will listen. But yesterday
Hopefully
in the
both.
Teamy ride, as we were going up Norton Summit, Miss Piggy came within 20 seconds of her PB from like 2017 or 2014.
I
A long
see that.
time ago.
Yeah.
A long
Flying.
time
She's
ago.
look- I saw a photo of her today,
She-
and she's looking pretty fit.
Yep. And then
Imagine if her heart rate strap was working.
Exactly. And then Mr. Queen Laquifa, he was telling me that he was on yesterday morning if he could sit on my wheel, but dropped sham chain.
Fig jam. Yeah.
Sham chain drop.
Tactical chain drop.
Tactical
Tactical
chain
chain drop,
So
yeah.
I'm just putting it out there between the two of them. Who do we think's going to get there first?
Miss
Queen
Piggy.
Laquifa.
No.
Miss Piggy
No,
for
Miss
sure.
Piggy. Miss
Miss
Piggy.
Piggy's going to get it for sure.
I have to, or I'll get fired.
I was wondering. I'm like, what is this tactical? Queen
Not get
Laquifa?
fired.
Yeah.
Queen Laquifa's my boss.
Oh.
He pays my wage.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. We're going with them then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't let us down, Miss Piggy.
Come on, Miss Piggy.
It was going to be this week after. It'll be this week at Greek school.
I reckon.
What's
I
the
reckon.
weather? When's Greek school? Thursday.
Thursday.
Let's have a look.
Just
Have a look
wait,
at the wind.
listeners. Just come out with this week's weather.
We got
Good
an
wind.
Adelaide report.
Westerly.
Westerly.
West.
What-
29
actually-
degrees on Thursday.
What is the best wind again? Just to have the
South-southwest.
the
Westerly.
listeners.
Southwesterly. Westerly.
Oh, okay, for a good Norton
Anything
time.
with a W in it. Yeah, so westerly to southwesterly on Thursday.
West for
15
the
to
wind.
30 kilometres an hour.
Yeah, okay.
Sweet.
Be interesting to see what the pressure will be. If the pressure's around
Pressure.
1,000.
The
it'll
dew
be a good
drop.
day.
Yeah. Dew drop. Yes.
Yeah, dew point.
Frankie.
Speaking of
Yes.
Norton, let's jump
So,
right into it.
Yes, let's jump right into it. The main reason why we exist is to see who's been spinning up the summit this week and check out the times for the folks who've been giving us a show. It might be the fast guys, but it might be the slower ones. It might be everyone in between. But like we said, we're going to dive into their rides and data a little bit more, and then we're going to see what and has caught. Apparently, it's Alex's eyes this
I caught his eyes.
week.
Do you have a hand
You did.
pick?
Yes. So we'll
We do.
start with Ella. Do you want to walk us
Ella.
through the top
Ella.
man and woman for this week?
Yeah, actually.
Just going to do that
I
every
feel
time.
like that's going to be the ongoing
Yeah.
tune now.
Can you put in the edit? Can you put that song?
You get copyrighted.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
get in trouble.
Oh,
But if you
Come on,
sing it, then it's
If
not
you
copyright.
sing it, Wang sings it.
So firstly, let's go with the women, since silly
Ladies.
sausage sounds like a fast rider. So silly sausage rode up there yesterday, Saturday, the 17th of Feb, at a 19.7k an hour pace. That's pretty quick up Norton.
Wait, what?
19.7.
She's,
Oh, yeah,
she's
sorry.
reading your data,
Yeah,
Frankie.
no, yeah.
Your spreadsheet.
Pulling out a PB time of 16 minutes 08. That is pretty good.
I reckon that's her actual PB, but she did... What
She did 16:42.
16:42.
Yeah.
Yeah.
16:42,
Oh,
so.
okay.
So close.
Yeah,
Close.
And then we're going to the male was Mr. Row Your Boat.
That's quite good.
Our mate was going
Play on words.
25.9 kilometres per hour again yesterday, 17th of Feb. And he was doing a 12:42.
He
on-
PB.
That is a PB.
Well done, well done, well done,
Massive
well done.
PB.
Decent watts.
Yeah.
112 watts.
Anything over 400.
That's
Pretty good.
outrageous.
Sweet. All right.
18 second
Wang.
PB.
Men's bracket.
Men's
Men
bracket.
also.
Ah,
Friend
here
of the
we go.
podcast.
Friend of Cashy's here. Mr. Betty Whiteout. He's got a rapid PB. I didn't realise his PB was that quick.
Yeah.
Fuck. So time of 14:09. 73 kilometre ride. Just tapping 328 watts.
Looks like a
Heart rate's
supers.
up there.
First of the
172.
supers, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon he was on supers. Mr. Betty Whiteout. Next we have old Cleet Perez with a time of 14:11, not too far off their PB of 13:48, 92-kilometre ride, no data. Then we have...
newbie.
It is.
Noob.
What do we got here? Birmingham Bridge.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Birmingham
Is it a
Bridge.
Is he equaled his PD?
I made it
PB?
up.
What's the go here?
Okay.
All right, 14:13, 102k ride. I reckon he done supers as well. Good power, 0 watts at 100,
187.
He's
Solid watts.
working there.
Pretty aero.
Then we have, with a time of 14:20, 53k ride, 338 watts, coronation sensation. And then lastly, well off his PB, but decent ride yesterday, 141, 342 watts. We have Mr. Fig Jam.
I want to do 342 watts.
All right.
You could
will when you do your
definitely do
PB.
342 watts.
For 3 minutes.
No. How many watts do you reckon? Have you worked it out that if you can do a PB, you need to sustain watt-wise?
Probably 340.
Oh, you'd be fine, man. You'd be fine.
All right. Cashy.
What have we got? Women's bracket looks like
hurry us
the
on.
set. Yeah, no, I started looking at a time many times.
Just drag it slowly.
I know.
Slowly.
I'm going to start from the bottom. Hooligan with an 18:58, 118k ride. That was today. Oh, it was on your ride.
Yes,
Yeah.
she was.
Didn't you do gravel?
1.5 kilometre
192,
section of gravel.
192 average watties. Just taking it easy. What do we got? Next up, we have Too Tired.
Is this your mate?
Yes, it is my
This
mate.
is your mate.
Too Tired with a
She's actually
18,
better than you at the moment.
Yep.
14.
She can't go around corners, though.
No?
No.
All right, we're going to teach her.
You're going to have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Preferably not you, someone else.
Someone else.
Average
I agree.
217 watts with a 73k ride, and that was yesterday. Not bad at all. We have Savage Sweet Potato,
I saw her today.
1812. So just tapping 47k ride. I think just
She was
chilling.
out with Gemma today.
Ah, very good.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Speaking of hello, it's
Here we
Piggy
go.
with a 1741. This was yesterday. 73k
Don't know about her
ride.
heart rate there, 125.
125. What? Is your heart rate strap sorted?
No.
I took the heart rate strap and wore it in my kitchen for an hour, and it was perfect.
She got issues with her heart then.
The aura, apparently.
Yeah.
She has trust issues.
Too many X-ray machines.
With 267 watts. Last but not least, we have Dixie Wrecked.
You like that?
Big day.
I looked
after
at
Wednesday
it
night.
and I was like, just pronounce it the way it is, like D. R. Renberg and LL Oid ones.
Yeah.
With a 1736, 154
Big ride.
paid ride.
When was that?
This today.
Oh, nice. In the
Go on,
heat.
get in there. It's man of the
I
people.
don't know. I didn't know who she is.
169 beats per minute, so she's still working with 249 watties. Alex.
Yes, so a hand pick for this week, new to the pod.
Yeah.
Won't give it away, but might be in
Give it
my
away, give it
echelon
away.
class. So Say What Now has come in doing a 24.36 with a PB of 20.53, and he was rolling at 152 beats per minute.
Oof.
Got an interesting
He's
ride.
working.
Ride
He's
length of
working.
0.
There's a ride length of 0.
Well done. So just
Data.
What's the vibe like? Has been cycling for a while.
Been cycling
or-
for a very long while, yes.
Yeah.
He's been cycling when they used to do teams events at Regency Park.
That's back in my day.
Long time ago.
Wowzers.
Back with cane wheels.
Yeah. Anyway,
What about-
what's happening, Frankie?
Yes, this week, what's been happening?
So, Adelaide Hill
is
Cycling
happening?
Club on Saturday, the 24th and 25th, is the Tour of the Fluoro.
Formerly Turagua.
Yes, I was cycling on Tuesday, the 20th and 21st, which is a Wednesday. We've got the sprint and power sprint, plus advanced junior training. And then we've got Inside Line Mountain Bike Club on the 24th of February, which is a Saturday. We've got Intro to Downhill at Fox Creek Mountain Bike Park. We've got the crits on Monday.
Tuesday.
No,
Skills?
sorry. We've got the
Crit
skills
skills.
session on Monday, and then on the Tuesday we've got the senior and junior criteriums at Vic Park. So they have cancelled Thursday nights going forward, and they're going to merge them together
running 'em,
with
yeah.
Tuesday nights.
That's
Yep.
right.
The Silly. What?
South Coast
South Coast.
cycling.
Yeah.
Silly, you're fucking silly.
On Monday the 19th, it's got Any Woman, Any Bike at Edwardstown Velodrome. And then also on Monday, they've got juniors training. Where is that?
Edwardstown.
Edwardstown.
At Edwardstown. And then you've got Wednesday as well and Friday down at Edwardstown. Edwardstown.
Just talking about the
Edward.
crits.
Yes.
We probably should have brought up in the special mentions, but a friend of the podcast, little Liam,
Oh,
who
little
done
Liam,
the
yeah.
charity ride, has had his first race on Tuesday night.
Oh, how'd he go?
Junior
He
B grade. He
won.
took the dub.
Did he?
Took
The
dub.
Little
Word.
Liam, I think.
Amazing.
Where
I
Lily?
think Alex gave him a gel before the race.
He still hasn't slept from the charity ride.
That made him happy. So.
Before we move on, question for Ella.
Yeah.
So our tour of the Fluoro,
Ella.
4 stages across 2 days. Stage 1 is a team time trial, and then stage 4 is an individual time trial. So you're in a team of 4,
Right.
and they've banned the use of TT bikes now.
Smart.
Oh, so I don't have to go any further. Carry on, Wang.
Why smart?
I
Wang.
just think normal road bikes look a lot nicer.
No.
I am actually going to disagree because that if you've got like a good looking bike, someone in like a great TP position more so, it looks fucking great.
True.
it's
But can't you get low enough on your road handles?
No, they've banned any. It's just a road bike. You can't even
Yeah, I mean,
have
Full
aero,
aero
bars.
no
TT.
bars, no aero wheels, no nothing.
You just hold the stem.
No,
And what
they
was their
fucked into it.
what was their justification for when they banned it?
Oh, they reckon that everyone voted. That was make it fairer because some people can't afford TT bikes.
Yeah, they
That
are
ain't
bloody
Do you know
my,
what?
that ain't my fucking
I
problem.
agree with that. I actually
too.
agree with that. You're coming. It's coming from a place of privilege where you can afford multiple bikes, and you invest heavily in the sport. And if we want to make it inclusive, I think
don't
We
Make
have
it
different
inclusive.
grades. That's my. I'm just being a devil's advocate here. If you
Okay.
book them, they will come.
I only started the question just to fire him up. So.
yeah, that's well, it's worked.
Fucking worked.
You know you can end this. You're right.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, and all creatures in between, if you've enjoyed yourself, why don't you give us a follow through your favourite podcast app or access all our episodes through YouTube as well. Please subscribe, hit the bell icon, and don't forget to tell all your friends and share it with everyone. Also, make sure you get over to support Ella and the Wellness League pod as well.
Thanks, Dad.
Good one, mate. Good.
Not only Spano, but we're all over the socials
Wang.
as well. Sorry. Where we give you
Gave away my real name.
Sorry. Can you bleep that out? Anyway, info and let you know when new episodes are out, also along with any podcast news and information. So if you want to support the podcast, head over to Buy Me a Coffee page, and if you donate, we'll give you a shout out on
Any
the podcast
donations this
next week.
No donations this week. No donations this week.
Alex.
Yes, we would love your feedback and everyone else's, and to know your thoughts. So hit us up. Let's have a chat through our Facebook or Instagram page, or shoot us something through to our email at RADelaide@gmail.com.
What
Now-
the fuck is this?
I was going to get a bit deep and vulnerable, Frankie, just for once.
Okay,
Okay, as you all know, as you know, the listeners may not know, I've been single for quite some time.
where the fuck is this going?
Last night I had a date.
Didn't you have a party last night?
Man and Jewel.
Oh.
It was amazing. The date was amazing. So I thought, to better that, tonight I shall try a grape.
All right, we're going to shut this down. Goodbye, everybody.
Ciao, ciao. Her name was Man and Jewel.